No makeup makeup is my favorite kind of makeup to do, so that's what we're gonna do today. A lovely little updated no makeup makeup routine. This is the makeup that I do when I have run out of time, when I wanna wear barely anything on my face, where I just wanna embrace my natural face, maybe give a little bit of enhancement to what is already there. Or if I just have like under 5 minutes to leave the door and I just wanna feel a little bit more presentable. So this is kind of like a no makeup makeup routine, but also like my 5-minute makeup routine, all put together with a bow here for you in this lovely little video. So let's do some no makeup makeup, friends. Listen, usually if I'm rocking the no makeup makeup look, I like to make sure that my hair is dealt with, okay? So I've either got like my hair freshly done, freshly washed, freshly done, or I will do a slick back bun. Either one works for the no makeup makeup routine, in my opinion. But like one thing has to be done, you know? So I've zoomed you in, I've put my headband on, my hair is out of my face, and let's talk about this makeup look. First of all, the skincare is on. I've got my face cream, eye cream, all that good stuff. I always love to start my makeup with some kind of spritz, whatever that may be. This is the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Spray. I'm just gonna give myself a healthy little spritzing. It's just how I like to start my makeup process. Get a little juicy juice on there. And then I'll also apply my lip balm. This is my lovely little Nude Sticks lip butter. Gotta get those nice and hydrated. This one's also like quite glossy, which especially when I'm doing no makeup makeup can kind of act like a lip product, which is lovely, especially if you're in a rush. So there's two areas that I like to prioritize and focus on when I'm doing no makeup makeup, and those would be my skin and my eyebrows. If those two things are taken care of, then I am a happy gal. Eye makeup, not necessary. Bold lip, definitely not necessary. I just want to have that really glowing, healthy, lit from within look all over. And if I'm tired, feeling a little bit extra dark under the eyes, and I just want to look alive and presentable for the day, taking care of my skin and shaving my face with my brows just kind of does it all in one. So let's start with the base. When I'm in a rush, I always like to consolidate and do like a little 2-for-1, use versatile multitasking products to get the job done much faster. So for my base, I love to use a tinted sunscreen. I'm getting a nice big layer of sun protection in there, and I am also getting a lovely little tint all over my face, so I don't have to worry about fussing with another base. Now listen, we are all, I hope, very well versed in the area of sunscreen when it comes to sun protection, skin cancer prevention, especially if you're like me and you're dibbly dabbling in retinols and tretinoins and all that good stuff. Like, it's just so important to have the sunscreen on your face every day. And it's kind of crazy because even right here, can you guys see this? See these two spots right here? Oh, this is where I like sweat the most, and also where I like touch and itch my forehead. And that's obviously where I like itch off any product on my face, and you can see the dark spots growing right there. Listen, wear your sunscreen, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Let's get on that prevention as much as we can. And I'm super excited because today I am using the La Roche-Posay Anthelios Mineral SPF 50 sunscreen. They also have the fluid invisible version. If you wanted to have a double whammy, you could layer up both of them. But for the purpose of no makeup makeup, I love to use the tinted version. And I'm very excited because, first of all, this sunscreen in particular went viral. You couldn't get your hands on this for so long, but there were so many people talking about this on TikTok, and it is as good as everybody says, and I've been using it since. Absolutely love this. It's got a gorgeous natural finish. For my skin tone, it gives a really nice warm tint, but with that little tint in it, it just makes it a lot more wearable for a larger variety of skin tones. It's got the UVA, UVB protection. It's got some water resistance in there, and it's just a beautiful product to wear for every day. Love the packaging, perfectly travel sized. It's a mineral sunscreen. It's safe for sensitive skin. Her and I have been BFFs for some time now, and I'm so thrilled to say that this portion of the video is sponsored by La Roche-Posay. So thank you so much to them. If you guys haven't tried this sunscreen, you absolutely must. It is a beautiful product to use for every day, and I'm gonna use it today, obviously. Especially on a day like today where I've got a little bit of a crumbling leftover tan here. This tinted sunscreen is very much gonna help with that. I'm gonna put a lot on because your girl needs all the protection I can get. Now you can blend this in with your fingers, or you can do what I'm doing here and just blend it in with a brush. And I'm doing that simply so that I can get it really nicely into my hairline. And whether or not I'm using the brush or my fingers, either one is nice and speedy for me. But hopefully as I'm blending this out, you can see that it just is adding that nice warm tint. Especially if you're feeling sleepy, it's just nice to have a little wash of life added back into your skin. And I'm gonna take that on my neck as well. But obviously if you don't have a brush on hand, you can totally use your fingers. And that is the layer of sunscreen applied. It's absolutely beautiful. A nice wash over the skin is the perfect no makeup product, which you can wear on its own. But again, they also have the clear version that you can wear underneath anything. And wear your SPF, guys. We are going to thank ourselves when we are older if we wear that sun protection every day. So thank you so much to La Roche-Posay. I will be linking those in the description box down below for your viewing and or shopping pleasure, because if you haven't tried it, it is a must. Now on top of this, I am going to do a little bit of concealer because as you can see, I do just have like a lot of darkness that I do just like to brighten up under my eyes. I love the Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. This is a really beautiful, very natural, like hydrating, juicy version to use for no makeup makeup. I don't want to have like too much coverage. Even if I was having a crazy breakout, like right here, I do have, it's really big. It's one of those zits that's like deep under there. But my breakouts aren't too badly right now, but even when I do have breakouts, I kind of don't mind if they live a little bit. You know, sometimes there's only so much you can do with breakouts, and I would rather like kind of address the face entirely and just do a nice evening of the skin tone and do some specific concealing where needed. But I don't mind using a lighter concealer and less thick, especially when I'm doing that no makeup makeup, because I do just want my natural skin to kind of shine through. So sometimes that means that these might not be perfectly covered, but I don't mind. I'm just trying to get out the door. I'm trying to slap my makeup on as fast as possible. I don't have time to sit and specifically deal with all of the individual spots. So I usually just, like between my fingers and a brush, I just rub this on as fast as possible. Do some brightening up under the eyes. And I'll just take a little bit of excess from the brush and run that over my eyelids because I find that that really helps in the brightening as well. And then the combination of that sunscreen and the concealer, it just looks undetectable on the skin. It's like, did I wake up like this? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Thank you so much for asking. My skin always looks this glowing. What do you mean? Now listen, you guys know I'm a bronzer and contour gal at heart. If I'm taking the time to do my makeup, I'm putting a cream bronzer or a contour on. There's no way that I'm not adding some warmth or some chiseling back into my face, no matter how late I am. Your girl's putting something on. Actually, you know what? That's not true. Sometimes I have just done blush. That is true. But you know, where I'm sitting right now, I'm putting bronzer on, okay? Now this one in particular from Makeup by Mario, his lovely cream bronzer that I can never remember the name of, is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. Like, could have just called it a cream bronzer and just made it easier for everybody, but regardless, this is the shade Light Medium. And this one specifically, in comparison to all my other cream bronzing and contouring products, is perfect because it's so light. It's such a, I don't know how to describe this, but it is like butter. It melts into the skin. And when you are in a rush, if you're doing your makeup quickly, you want your makeup to look as natural as possible. This looks so natural on the skin and will just so lightly add warmth where you need it. It is a little bit more on the gray side, so you are getting that like sculpting, contouring moment from it. But you don't have to worry about like blending it into the skin for so long because it just melts by itself. It's honestly one of the more beautiful little bronzing, contouring, mixing, sculpting, transforming, skin enhancing products that I have ever tried. And again, yeah, for those no makeup days where you just want your makeup to look as natural as possible, truly look no further because even this adds like a little glow. It's so pretty. If you guys haven't tried it, it's worth it for sure. And I just like to take my Smith 157 brush. I put this all over the high points of my face, kind of do that lovely little 3 go along my jawline, and I do like to put a little bit of this on my nose. And lately, listen, I've been struggling with the whole nose contouring thing. You guys know I have since the dawn of time. But regardless of how the contour looks like, I still do think it's important to use whatever bronzer you're using, whatever warmth you're adding back into your face, to put it back on your nose, because that is where the sun hits. That is where the natural bronzing would occur. So I think it's important to put the product there always, regardless of the shape or what that looks like. So now if I'm battling time, I would stop my skin there because I've got the base on and I've got a little bit of bronze and warmth. So my next important step would be my brows. Now I have a few different variations of the brows that I like to do. If I'm in a rush, I'm going for a brow pencil, and I use a lighter one. This is actually the shade Blonde, and I do that so that I can be a little bit more forgiving as I'm applying this. Sometimes if I'm using a deeper pencil, which I do like to do sometimes, I have to be a little bit more precise and specific, whereas the Blonde, I can just literally slap it onto my brows. So I just fill in my brows, I do a really quick little mess of it, and I just find that if I have a strong brow, it just distracts from anything else that's going down. You just look at these lovely, fluffy little caterpillars on my face and you just don't think, wow, she hasn't slept at all. You're just thinking, wow, what a great brow she has. And it just helps to frame the rest of the face, make you look awake. Like for me, like a brow and mascara like really has that same effect of, damn, she looks well rested. And I truly envy the people who don't have to do anything to their brows. Almost all of my girlfriends have the most fabulous, lush, fluffy, dark brows, and they've never had to fill them in their lives. And I'm like, what does it feel like to wake up like that? Now the next step is key. I've been talking about this since the dawn of time. Whenever you fill your brows in my opinion, if you want that really natural, feathery, no makeup brow look, it is so important to take a clean little brush and just fluff it through the innermost part of the brow. And I always like to go over this because it just removes some of the excess product. It makes it look a little bit softer. And most of the time when people see me in real life and they compliment my brows, they don't even realize that they're filled in, because this one little step just makes the biggest difference in your brow in making it look so natural. So someone might look at me and be like, I can't tell that she just spent 10 minutes filling in her brows, because it does look so natural. Now, if I am late and in a rush, I would just go for a clear brow gel. This is my Benefit 24-hour brow gel. I wouldn't have time to fuss with any of my brow lifts and whatnot. It's just gonna be a one product, get the brow gel on there. And I do really think that this is a necessity. It just isn't the same until you put a brow gel on and set that in, slick it in. And it might not be the most perfect shaped, lifted brow, but at least there's something. And what a difference. I just feel like I look so much more alive and framed and shaped, and the brows just do so much. Now the next step for me, again, if I'm in a rush and I'm just making sure that I'm hitting all the bases, I would then go in with my lip liner. Now I just feel like my lip line is a little bit vague. She's a little bit vague and gone out to lunch. I just always feel a little bit more complete when I do a little bit of defining on my lips. Now the NYX Nude Beige lip pencil is just a shade that has changed my life. I feel like it's very close to my natural lip shade, so especially when I'm doing no makeup, it's pretty much undetectable. I just like to add a little bit of definition, bring the lines back to my lips, and do a little bit of like plumping and contouring at the same time. So I just run this over, bring some shape and definition back, and that's it. Now with the lip balm, this kind of just acts like a lip gloss in itself, and it's something that I would have in my bag no matter what. So the little combination of just a clear gloss and a lip liner is perfect. It's the perfect natural look. Now we could be done here. I'm happy with this. I would absolutely leave the house like this. If we had a little bit of extra time, let me just show you a few of the additional steps that I might do if I have slightly more time than 4.5 minutes. So the next thing that I would add is blush, because I do feel like adding a little bit of color just does add so much color and life back into your skin. I'm a big blush gal. I always love to have a cream blush on hand, and this is something that I can do really, really fast. Now I'm tempting fate a little bit here because I'm trying a new shade, the Nudestix Poppy Girl. I was just so inspired by seeing Jenny Frankel wearing this the entire time while I was with her in Portugal, and I have just been really itching to use it. It just looked so beautiful and natural. And this is actually their Nudies Bloom shade, so it's got a bit of that juicy glow, so it's going to look really, really natural on the skin, and it's that nice warm pink that's going to help add to that overall warmth on the skin. And this by itself just like literally brings so much soul into my face, especially if you're lacking sleep. We will now distract with the brows and the cheeks. And using my Refero 4 brush, I can literally do this so quickly, and I just make sure to hit the apples of the cheeks, really shape that out and emphasize that area. What a beautiful color, what a classy shade. I love this. And we can also just take a little bit on our finger and put that in the center of the lips too, just to add a little bit of color there, utilizing that multitasking lip and cheek color. And because both the bronzer and the blush has so much glow already, I really don't feel like it's necessary to add any additional highlight to that. If I was wanting to be a little bit more professional, if I didn't want to look too shiny and oily, I might go in with a little layer of powder. I don't have any time to fuss with my loose powder when I'm in a rush, so I would go for my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder and just put that right under the eyes and just literally in the center of the face, making sure that this specific region of my face has no unwanted shine. And then if you have even more time, I always love to finish my makeup with my Benefit Professional Setting Spray. Oh, that's a fresh bottle. It feels so good. I feel like it does help to melt everything together. I love the feeling and I love the effect of a setting spray on your face. Now, you guys know that I have really been going without the mascara. I will happily rock a no mascara look. It feels so chic and modelly to me. I do love to wear no mascara. However, just for all intents and purposes of a no makeup, I feel like the recent discovery of the YSL Lash Clash, aka the brown mascara in my everyday makeup life, has made such a difference. And especially if you're feeling extra tired, you do want to have a little bit of lift and brightening and awakeness added to your eyes. A little wash of brown mascara can go such a long way. Now I do recognize that some people do just like curl their lashes and get on with it. I am just not comfortable enough with a lash curler to do that, especially if I'm in a hurry. So we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm new to the lash curling life, but until then, I'll just do a little wash of brown mascara, and it does make such a difference in opening up the face and making you look alive. Now, if I'm in a rush and this happens, which is always, that's always very deeply unpleasant, and every time it happens, I'm always like, ugh, I didn't need the mascara in the first place. Why did I do this to myself? It just adds a little bit of floof to the eyes, you know? Not necessary, but it's nice to have if you want it. And that's the look, my friends. This is my finished no makeup look, my little speedy 5-minute makeup look that I love to do. When I just want a little bit of something, I want a little bit of enhancement, a little bit of extra juicy juice added onto my natural face, or if I'm just in a hurry and I'm wanting to look presentable, put together, and adding a little bit of freshness back into my face. It's one of my most worn and most frequented makeup looks in my daily life, and I just love how a few little tweaks here and there can just make you feel so much more fresh and awake and put together. And I hope that you guys like it too. Would love to hear what some of your favorite products are. If you guys haven't tried the La Roche-Posay sunscreen, now is the time. Thank you so much to them for working with me on this video. I'm so thrilled. And I hope that you love this makeup look. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon for a new video. Bye!